Hello everyone, it's Ange de Lumière here. For those of you who don't know me, I'm an intuitive business strategist and I help female entrepreneurs or aspiring female entrepreneurs who have big visions for their work and who are looking for someone who can validate that vision, who can help that vision come true in the easiest and most fulfilling way with as little stress as possible, thanks to ramping up their intuition and using the law of attraction so that everything happens serendipitously. I think that's the word. So today I'm doing video 5 of my 5-series video on how to manifest your big vision. On day 1, we looked at why we're afraid to dream big. On day 2, we looked at why we're afraid to share our big dreams. Video 3 was about how a vision without a plan is only a dream. Yesterday's video, video 4, was what to do when your big vision makes you feel like you're crazy. And today we're going to talk about how to overcome procrastination. I don't know about you, but I'm a perfectionist and I'm incredibly ambitious, but I also have a very strong mind. And the combination of all these things can lead to paralysis, what I call analysis paralysis. So the way that is going to transpire when you think about your big vision is your mind is going to tell you that you don't feel ready, that you need another qualification, that you need to lose weight, that you need to wait for the kids to be older, or my favorite of all, I don't have the time. And I play that record constantly, so I really know what I'm talking about. But what is really happening here? What is happening, it is that it's your ego speaking. It's your ego trying to stop you from fulfilling your big dreams. And why is it doing this? One of the main reasons is because big dreams are not safe, okay? Think of Martin Luther King. Think of Gandhi. Think of John Lennon. They all died because of their big dreams. Maybe you have other examples in your family. Maybe the people didn't die, but they ended up being poor or homeless or whatever it is, or being isolated or rejected by the family. All sorts of things. So generally, it's in the collective consciousness that following your dreams is not a safe thing. And it's also not a safe thing because most people don't. And so when someone does, it threatens them. And because they feel threatened, they immediately come up with reasons why you shouldn't be doing what you want to do, what your big vision is about. So let's go back to the mind and the ego that's trying to stop you from manifesting your big dreams. It all stems from how the mind works. And having trained in clinical hypnotherapy and practiced it for years and years and years, I have learned through both theory and practice how the mind works, and it's fascinating. And this knowledge has changed my life, which is why I want to share it with you today. So we have two main parts of the brain that think. One is the creative thinking, and one is the analytical, but also I would call it the primitive thinking. And the primitive thinking, what it does is it stems from fear. And once you're in there, it's called the reptile brain. It's called, people call it from all sorts of different names, but it sits in the amygdala in your brain. And the amygdala governs two parts of your body, I suppose, in the brain that have two different functions. I call them the two hippos because I can't be bothered to remember exactly which is which. But actually, I checked for today's video so I can be sound like I'm really articulate and intelligent and everything. The hippocampus governs the memory, and the hypothalamus the regulation of your heart rate, your digestion, your metabolism, including your fertility as well. So if you're constantly in worry mode or in fear mode, this is going to impact all of that. And the amygdala is also governing the hippocampus that clumps up memories together. So we just talked about why dreams are not safe. If you have that belief deeply ingrained in you because of things that you've been shown or and then maybe in school it's because you were a tall poppy, you know, you were very good, very clever, and other kids picked on you, bullied you because of the way you were different. That goes really, really deep, and your ego is gonna, and your amygdala is gonna remember that memory because it wants to keep you safe. It's not something that you should resist. It's something that you should understand so you know how to overcome it. So this is where we are. You have a big dream. Your amygdala thinks that you're not safe. How do you get to soften the resistance? Now, I can give you a lot of tools to do that, and one of them would be to listen to a guided meditation that takes you into trance, that can actually, and actually that's given me an idea. I might write an actual meditation to manifest your big dreams. Great idea. I'm going to do that very soon. So the difference between a normal meditation and a therapeutic meditation is that regular meditations that are done by meditation teachers and everything just go through the meditation very quickly, and you go and visualize and all sorts of things. But with hypnotherapy, you need to get into trance first. What does that mean? That means that you need to bypass the critical mind. You know, the critical mind is the mind that says, if you try to imagine that you're on a beach relaxing in the sun, it'll say, this is only imagination, it doesn't matter. Or it will interrupt you when you're doing the meditation. So we want to get to the point where we put that mind to sleep. And that takes time. It can't be done in a 5-10 minute meditation. It takes at least half an hour to soften that inner critic, that critical mind that's constantly trying to keep you safe. So the good news is actually everybody can do it, even if they feel that they can't, okay? Because people don't understand trance for what it is. Trance is actually a state that you get into fairly regularly without knowing that you are. I get into trance, and most people do, when they drive a car. And well, you might not drive a car, but maybe it's something else that you do on automatic pilot, something that you know so well that you don't have to think of all the steps that you have to take to do the thing that you're doing. You know, typically if you wash the dishes for a long time, you'll get into trance because there's warm water, you know what you're doing, and your mind will wander, and that's what trance is. Now, the beauty of this is that the more time you spend into trance, the more your inner mind, your inner critic, that critical mind will go to sleep, and that's why you have your best ideas in the shower. Now, what you want is to spend as much time in that space so that because you can't be at the same time in your fear center and in trance. It's not possible. So this is how you soften it, and this is how you overcome this ego. But there's no point trying to battle it, because if you fight it, then it gets stronger. So I'm going to give you a tool today, and I didn't mean to do that, but I don't mind, and it's to journal with your ego when you have all this big stuff coming up, and then try to soothe your ego. So if your ego comes up with, I don't have enough time, as I said, that it's my favorite one because it's mine. I claim it completely as mine. I can say, well, I have found the time in ways that I was surprised in the past. I've been, writing books when I had babies to look after. I've done all sorts of things that I never thought I would have the time for, including doing a podcast when I only work 1 day a week. So I think that if it's important, I will find the time, and the universe will help me as long as I commit to it. So what I want you to do is to commit to this big vision. And the way I'm going to suggest that you do is not by hiring me as your coach as a VIP on a VIP package, although I would love to. And if you're interested, please reach out. But what I want you is to take the first step, a really, really small step that it doesn't, break the bank because it's free. Is to join my Manifest Your Big Vision Masterclass on Monday. I'm running it at 9:00 a.m. UK time. You can sign up with the link that I'm going to post above this video. Just be aware that it's only for women. I do not work with men who are entrepreneurs, who are aspiring entrepreneurs, who are ready to commit to their big vision, even though it scares the wits out of them. And you will feel safe in this masterclass because first, there's a confidentiality commitment from everyone. There's guidelines that apply when you sign up. There's limited spaces and there will be no replay. So if you're interested, please sign up with the link that I'm gonna post above this video. I would love to see you. Make sure after you sign up for the newsletter that you also sign up for the actual event in Acuity to reserve your spot, because many people sign up for things and then they don't show up. But if you reserve your spot, you'll be reminded, and there's more likelihood that you'll come. And I had to create this two steps approach just to make sure that people understood that it is really limited spaces. So thank you for watching this video today. If you enjoyed and you haven't watched the other videos, feel free to go back on my page to find the other videos, and I look forward to seeing you on Monday. Thank you, and bye bye everyone.